Well, food history can often get checkered and put you in a tight spot. Today's recipe is one of those recipes that can actually put you in a tight spot. This recipe is also known as Chiang Rai noodles, which kind of attests the fact that this is a recipe which is very typically northern Thai. This recipe is Khao Soi, not Khao Soi. Let's begin. One of the core ingredients of this recipe happens to be fresh turmeric. In case you cannot lay your hands on it, by all means, replace that with turmeric powder. Now, talking about Khao Soi, the recipe, again, I had read this recipe in a very old Thai cookbook, which kind of attests the fact that it is a Thai recipe. The descending recipe could be from wherever, like I mentioned it earlier, but it is also kind of loosely inspired from the Burmese Khao Soi. It also kind of trails into the Yunnan Chinese belt. The recipe again is called Khao Soi. It could be juliennes of rice, which means a rice cake which is kind of julienne, which also gets us to the fact that this recipe at one point in time used rice noodles as one of the core ingredients. Noodles in this recipe are used in two ways, steamed as well as deep fried. So the choice is completely yours. You can omit it, skip it, but the brilliance is in using a combination of steamed and fried noodles. Let's begin with oil. Black cardamom already has a lovely smoky aroma, whole dried red chilies and coriander seeds. We stir fry this for a quick couple of seconds till they get slightly nuttier. A little bit of coloration here and there is just about okay. Once that is achieved, we'll add in fresh ginger and fresh turmeric. Roughly sliced red onions. Let's saute this for a couple of seconds. And with this, off goes the flame. Our Khao Soi paste is done and ready. At this stage, you can actually allow it to cool down completely because of the grinding also kind of it would have just warmed up a little. After which you can convert these into ice cubes. You can make tiny packets of this depending on how you want to use it over the longer period of time. Or if you want to keep making this fresh, choice is completely yours. The best way of keeping this is you can add a little bit of oil, cook it down completely so that whatever remaining water in the paste is also kind of evaporated so it can keep well, stay longer. The next step now is to transfer this into a dash of oil and add in the remaining ingredients so that you can kind of build up into this wonderful warming Khao Soi. Once oil releases the sides of the pan, we'll start adding in the rest of the ingredients, beginning with water, and keep stirring to ensure this mixture, even while building up, remains lump-free. I'm going to add in another half cup of water. Let's add in salt. Once this gets on a roll boil, we'll add in soy sauce. To bring in a balance in the taste, I'm going to add in sugar. And now I'm going to add in mushrooms, in this case button mushrooms. Just a note of caution, do not complicate with too many vegetables. Once the mushrooms are cooked, let's add in the wonder ingredient which builds in the creaminess in the Khao Soi, which is coconut cream. One quick boil. Well, I think it's just about perfect, and it's important to taste at this stage after turning the flame off for a simple reason, because beyond this, it's all about building up different bowls. Now, building up can keep happening, but there's no salt in the build up. So please understand, this forms as the base of the entire recipe. If this is perfect, every bowl will taste alike. After this, it's a combination of something crunchy, something soft, something piquant, raw onions, chili flakes, and then you kind of keep building up. But if this is perfect, everything is perfect. This is me, Varun Inamdar, signing off. Bye for now.